Back. Now we back. Man, I had to get out the crib, y'all. I had to get out the house real quick, man. My had to raise the vibration, as they say. I just did a live stream. I wasn't feeling the energy. I had nothing but trolls in the live stream, and I ain't feeding in no negative energy right now. So I'm looking for moderators in this live stream. It's time to start awarding those who can catch these live streams with the ability to moderate, get the trolls out of there. But as you can see, this lesson right here, this topic, this video is about to be on various topics. It's going to be very multi-layered and multifaceted. So we're going to talk about this new age agenda. It's a lot of things going on in my mind right now. I'm feeling like a shift in the atmosphere altogether. And there's some things that I want to speak about. I feel like the Most High is speeding up the work. That's why you're getting so many videos and so many live streams. I feel like they're imperative right now. I feel like as many new people as possible need to be aware of what's taking place. 8-Bit Shay says new humanism religion is being pushed. Absolutely. Oh yeah, back again. I had to get out the crib, y'all. I was fighting that spirit of depression, that anxiety, that that low frequency. So I had to get out the crib and build with people who are like-minded, people who can see. Shalom, family. How you doing? Miss Tamia's in the house. Yeah. As y'all come into this live stream, you know what to do. Hit those thumbs up so we can get those notifications out. Food vibes and nature and herbs in the house. What's up, family? One love, one love. I'm glad to see you, brother. Catching the live stream. I know a lot of people right now at their place of business right now, but you know, I'm glad y'all able to catch it. I know this is gonna have a lot of people watching it on playback, but it's all good though. Now we're talking about the new age agenda. Now this new age agenda is coming in many forms and fashions. It's coming in many forms and fashions. Like when you look at it, right, it's almost being disguised as consciousness or being woke. It's almost like everything that we believe is, I would say, an alternative from basic religious beliefs. Everything that we look at as a more positive alternative is actually the other way around. It's actually a new age alternative. So when you see certain doctrines going out, when you see certain things transpiring within the conscious community, you got to understand the origins and the roots of these particular doctrines. And you know, that's just what it is. Tuning in from Washington, D.C. What's good, D. Jackson? Shalom. Absolutely. Food vibes in nature. None of us are the same. We all gonna have disagreements. We all gonna see things different. That's the beauty of it, of being brothers and family, that we can build and, you know, weigh the pros and cons and come together. That's what it's all about. And you know, although there are some brothers out there in the conscious community that are devils, and they understand what they're doing, and I see them and they see me, you know. Greetings from the UK. Bibble Smith in the house. Sheila Clater in the house. Minneapolis. Yeah, Memento Despair. Yeah, sorry about that. The last live stream, the lighting was horrible, and I wasn't feeling the energy. It was a lot of trolls in the live stream, and I wanted to build with people who are like-minded. But I want to get into it. This new age agenda. What is the new age agenda? Now, being a pro-life advocate, being someone who is about life and the production of life and living life to the fullest potential and babies being born and life and family and nation building, that's my whole, if you look at it, that's what I represent. My name itself, New Breed, is about new life. It's about population. The satanic system we going against is a deaf culture. Everything they represent is anti-life. Everything they represent is anti-life. So a lot of the new age agenda, the whole purpose of it is to depopulate. So when you see certain things taking place, like I would say the powers that be promoting what you would call effeminate black males, or effeminate individuals who are effeminate men in general who are in a conscious community, that's part of the new age agenda. Because homosexuality is actually anti-life, because two males can't make a baby and two females can't make a baby. So that's not pro-life. And that's not to shame anybody's lifestyle or what have you, but as a pro-life advocate, I have that understanding. Food Vibes in Nature says gang stalking is human trafficking. Absolutely. And then the new age agenda, gang stalking is a part of the new age agenda. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Gang stalking has a big role in the new age agenda, in the new world order, what they call a new world order. And I'm gonna say this all break. The new world order is going to fail. The new world order is going to fail. But what the new world order is, and what gang stalking is about, is silencing those who speak the truth. The new world order and gang stalking is to silence brothers and sisters who speak the truth, especially brothers speaking the truth online. As of late, they've turned my program up a lot. And when they put the pressure on, only thing we could do is go twice as hard. So you're gonna keep getting more and more material because they turning the pressure up. You know, I'm dealing with some things, ladies and gentlemen. And they let it be known, the powers that be let it be known that no matter where I go, they're gonna do their best to track me, unless I'm totally off the radar. And I can't get totally off the radar until my people know what's going on. Until, when I say my people, I mean brothers and sisters who can see, or have the ears to hear, or the eyes to see. Yep, absolutely. Gaslighting is one of their tactical moves. Right now, I've been going through some cyber stalking. When I go out of my house in the day, my rear view mirrors every day are turned, like they're turned totally backwards. Playing with the tires again. It doesn't matter what state I move to. Like I said, I've recently moved. They immediately let you know, hey, you know, as long as you're gonna be speaking this truth, we're gonna find you. You know, we're gonna know where you're at, and we're gonna make it our duty and our due diligence to try to silence you. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm in this for life. Like, even if this costs me my life speaking this truth, then it just is what it is, man. I die in honor. I'd rather live on my feet than die like a coward. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak the truth regardless. There's a new age agenda, and it's to suppress masculine men as well. And that's why you see a lot of these brothers, the conscious community, being promoted the way they are. All of these brothers who don't want to wear shirts, all of these brothers with purple and pink scarves on, you know what I'm saying, showing their nipples in the camera. All of these brothers, you know, they weird, man, and the new age is going to promote them. The conscious community have failed us. You got Daylight, who said he wanted to have sex with P. Diddy and not know his words. It was a lot more vulgar how he put it. And then That was for him to get the views he needed. You know, the righteous not gonna do that to get views. You know, understand? Y'all gotta understand where this is coming from. You gotta appease to a certain community in order to reach a certain status. I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to do that. I refuse to live like a coward. I refuse to bow down before these new age devils. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Gayla W says cowards end up in a lake of fire. Absolutely. And as much as they turn the heat up, much as they turn the pressure on, the more videos I'm going to make. And what I have to ask from y'all is to share these videos with people. Share these videos with people. Because, you know, their goal is to put you into depression. Because it almost feels like you're being caged in. It almost seems like you're in a box, like you're a caged animal, because you know the truth and you just want to live your life freely. You know, and I understand, I empathize with everybody who dealing with this. You want to live your life freely, but society as a whole have their agendas. And anybody speaking against their agenda is going to be targeted. Anybody who don't go with the status quo, they're going to be targeted. And that's the facts. Well, anybody with 1 million subs, so y'all got to understand, like, I've been doing YouTube. If you look at my, if you look at when I started, go look at on my channel About Me. When you go look at it, I started in 2009. I've had videos that went viral several times. And I understand the deal that has to be made. And I haven't made that deal. That's why you've seen a lot of material go down. You see me disappear for a while. You've seen certain things happen. There's a lot of great YouTubers that I know that just disappear. And people be like, well, what happened to them? What happened? Why did they disappear? Because they understand what has to be done to continue to be successful on this platform. Anything you do in this world, in Satan's system, and I'm not just speaking solely against YouTube, because YouTube is not the issue, because YouTube is how we are speaking to each other. But anything that you do in this world that you want to be great at, in this world, in Satan's system, in the new age, in the new world order, anything you do in this system, there's a ceiling that you can reach before something is required. You got to understand that. That's just, it is what it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care what ideology they represent. There's a ceiling. There are brothers who are in my same belief system, in my same train of thought, who have done certain things to get certain places. There's certain brothers out there that, you know, reached that ceiling and decided what they were going to do. Absolutely. The truth isn't popular, especially on the internet. The truth will never be popular on this internet. And then you got something going around called toxic masculinity, right? Where if you're a pro-life advocate, if you're speaking on anything that's promoting life, or what used to be deemed as a masculine societal norm, right? Then what happens is you go through the persecutions. Absolutely. The Dark Knight says the world needs real men today more than ever. Facts. Yep, the Dark Knight, you should know them by their fruits. Absolutely. If y'all on this live stream, make sure you hit the thumbs up, because it drives traffic. And like I said, we want as many people that actually subscribe who want to see these videos to be able to get the notifications. Yeah, we're living in times of tribulations. And the energy in the air the energy in the atmosphere. If you don't know what's going on in these days and times, man, I feel sorry for you at this point. Nikki TTG says YouTube will only promote sellouts, but they block out your content. You could switch to audio podcast and spread it on multiple platforms. They did the same thing to brother Yash Kara. Yeah, I remember brother Yash Kara. I was wondering what happened to him. He was bringing a lot of facts to the table. And the truth is, like, regarding a lot of brothers who are being targeted right now, you got a couple good cats that been through some things, some ups and downs and trials. You got Hassan Campbell. He's on YouTube. He's being, followed. He got the Men in Black showing up at his house, based on the fact that he's speaking about the pedophilia that's taking place in Hollywood. That's a big red button topic for these individuals to target you too. So when it comes to celebrities and people who are renowned, if you're really speaking about them, then that's something that's a red button topic. I mean, that's straight up. Yeah, absolutely. And we make these videos not, we're taking I would say, a confident posture. We're taking, because we understand that the Most High is protecting us, but at the same time, it gets perilous for those who are going through this, like, going through the targeting, going through the gang stalking, neighborhood mobbing, gaslighting. So we have to constantly remind each other to stay strong in this truth. We got to constantly remind each other, man. Because it get real out here. It gets real. But they're not going to touch you. The Most High, he has protection over you. But the idea is to get you into the spirit of depression, because if these low-level bottom feeders can lower your frequency and your level and your train of thought, then they're going to accomplish their goal. Because when you get that spirit of depression in you, man, it can dry you out, man. It can wear you out. And like, that's something that I always battle, you know what I'm saying? Because like the Bible says, to much is knowledge, much is grief. To much is wisdom, much is grief. So the more you know, the more it grieves you to a point. You know what I'm saying? It's grieving. Alex Riviere says the righteous are bold as lions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Drew A Gaiman says the bottom feeders need my knowledge for them to wake up. Yep. Absolutely. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whosoever a man soweth, that's what he shall reap. 100, 100, 100, 100. Like, a lot of people are looking at it like, why are these people able to be so wicked and live their lives in society as everything is normal? I understand the mentality. It's like, I'm going through it, so I get what you all are seeing. Like, you see people out here who just do the most evil, wicked, treacherous shit out here, man, and then they still live their lives like nothing is happening. Like, and they are prosperous. They're prosperous in their life, in their journey. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible say one day they're gonna look up and they're gonna be in Sheol. They're gonna be in hellfire, man. They're gonna look up as they walk through that matrix their whole life, doing whatever they can do to make a buck, whether that means turning their family into various agencies just to make a buck. Y'all gotta be real careful when you learn this truth and you become cultured. You're gonna have people around you who are gonna call you cult, being in a cult, when culture simply means culture. And anybody in your family that says that you're in a cult, you need to watch out for them. You need to watch out for them, because those are the people who are gonna basically turn you in. Flat out. Because that's what's happening now. You got brothers and sisters actually learning their true culture. And then you got people close to them like, oh man, you in a cult. Well, yeah, I'm in my culture. But those people are dangerous, because those people will do something to you and call it love. They be like, well, I turned this person into an agency because I love this person. You know, I didn't want them to harm themselves. Because y'all gotta understand, this new world order, this new age system has instilled fear in the people. It's instilled fear into the people. That's why every great leader, every great mind, every scholarly brother that rised out here, he was gunned down, he was publicly crucified. That was to instill fear in your families, ladies and gentlemen. That was to instill fear in your family. So when you wake up, when you become the voice of reason, when you start putting that truth out there and you're speaking it just to them in their households, when your everyday journey and everyday walk begins to shine that light, those people have fear. They think something's going to happen, because subconsciously they know that, oh no, you can't be talking like that. It's just like the Manchurian Candidate. When Raymond Shaw knew who he was, when Denzel's character woke up and he was telling Raymond Shaw, hey man, something dramatic happened to us, something traumatizing happened to us. We were kidnapped, we had experiments ran on us, we were abused, mistreated, we forgot everything. They started to fight against Denzel's character. Raymond Shaw was angry at Denzel for giving him the message, right? But deep down, he knew something was wrong. Deep down, he knew something was wrong, that he did go through something. When you tell your families what happened, look, in slavery, we were beat down. Everything that we once knew was stripped from us. That's everything. Our holidays, what we eat, the clothes we wear, our thought process, how we should treat each other, everything was stripped from you. And this new age agenda has been going on for a while, because every single holiday that you celebrate, every holiday that's celebrated in this country has pagan origin, has Roman Catholicism, has a satanic background. And as people, we don't keep these holidays because that's what our culture is. We keep them out of fear. Fear of not being accepted. Alex Riviera says, please, Breed, get a cop cam. They're taking them off the shelves. Technology is moving faster than the laws. And they're exploiting that. That's some great advice. New Breed, do you think it's too late, ever too late, to repent if you were a backslider? Well, in the scriptures, the Bible says, if ye love me, keep my commandments. And when Christ delivered a woman from a demon, or he delivered a possessed man from a demon. After he delivered him from that spirit, he told him to sin no more. Absolutely. So when you sin, that's no excuse to continue in sin. Grace does not excuse sin. You understand? Meaning whatever sin is plaguing you, you have to overcome that sin before your time comes. Baba G says, New Breed, do you believe in the afterlife? Absolutely. There's definitely an afterlife. And that's why we shouldn't have no fear. Like, your body has a spirit. You never actually die. The word death is if you're going to hell, that's death. Honestly, when your spirit leaves your body, your energy still exists. You're only being translated. That's it. You're just going to another realm. You still exist. You just go from a celestial being to a terrestrial being. That's all. That's if you in right standings. Absolutely, a glorified body, a body that's incorruptible. This whole life you live in, right? This whole life you live in is nothing but a test. This whole life you live in is nothing more but preparation for a new body to become uncorruptible. That's why targeted individuals and people who are gang stalked go through so much, because they are chosen by the Most High and they're being made new. When you put gold through a furnace, when you first see gold, right, it looks like a rock. It almost looks like a piece of coal. But after all that pressure and heat hits that piece of coal, when it comes out the other side, it's gold. It's beautiful. It's refined. So that's what it is with that. Every time the live stream starts to build up and we begin to get into these deep topics, the true spirituality, not mirror gazing, not witchcraft, but when we talk about this true spirituality, I want y'all to see what happens. When one thing I notice is the no-fap videos that I do. For those who are familiar with no-fap, it's basically withstanding from sexual immorality. And I realized that a lot of people on YouTube speak about this topic, and I didn't understand why I was having so much problems. Those videos were getting demonetized, and every no-fap video, I was getting so many problems, and I was wondering how and why. Because I'm actually speaking against sexual immorality. And I was wondering why, and then I thought, and then I figured it out. Just, doing some tests, making different videos, saying different things. And I figured out that when you basically bring mind, body, and soul into the equation, no-fap becomes something way different, and it's so empowering to men to the point where it's against the feminization, it's against the new age. When you bring mind, body, and the proper Hebraic standpoint, the biblical standpoint of the no-fap lifestyle change, when you bring that to the forefront, that's when the powers that be have an issue. They have an issue because they don't want men to truly be empowered. They don't want men to be truly empowered, because they understand that if they could take the essence of us brothers, and I'm just speaking of the brothers right now, that they can basically drive society absolutely crazy. So any brother who's pro-life or pro-life advocate, you're gonna have problems with this new age agenda. Absolutely. Defied Daniel says, we know what's going on, the jig is up, and the tables is turning as we speak. 100, 100, 100. Ryan D. Lyon says, yup, Manchurian candidate, proof of the truth in plain sight. Aleister Crowley, one of his main rules of Satanism was, tell them everything It makes the spell stronger. Yep, that's what they do. See, the enemy, he'll put the truth in your face because that does two things. One, it makes their spell stronger as you spoke. And number two, it gives you an option and a choice. And Satan, he always works through temptation. Like the Most High doesn't tempt us. And we're not tempted above what we are able to withstand. But Satan, he operates in temptation. He operates in making things seem appealing. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. They try to attack our subconscious mind on so many levels. But I feel like these midday motivational talks, I'm gonna be seeing New Breed. Like I said, understand what's taking place. Absolutely. Close the door and he won't come knocking no more. All demons, hey look, all the demons and spirits that we got to battle against, it's time to give them the eviction notice. Y'all see what happened every time the numbers go up. There's no reason why this should be happening. But I'm glad y'all able to witness firsthand. All praises to the Most High. Yep. Like these type of forums, anything that's empowering the people and mentally freeing, they not rocking with it. And I'm a with y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This work, it can be very frustrating. It can be very frustrating. But I believe that's the goal. It's to frustrate. Hand camera, not PC camera. Are you able to, can we make a platform that we can use as much as YouTube? As y'all see what's happening right now. Last time this happened, I got a crash report from you.